good! You came! Wait here. There's a small hole in the wall, just around the side. I'll sneak in and open the door from the inside. There! The ghosts are just beyond the door. They haven't noticed me yet.
Stay here until I've cleared the ghosts.
I was just thinking the same thing. I don't want to get any closer to those things. The artifact is supposed to be in the room at the end of the tomb. Once you're there, I'll catch up with you.
Thousand cuts.
Mummies. Large duty. Invisible wall. Oh, damaging armor.
You cannot defeat my spirit! Thousand cuts. This is your.
They're sort of totally incapable of doing any kind of counter into this. I wonder if this really is intended. The game should have got seriously easy after we got this 1000 strike style. Retardless. More XP from killing ghosts. No power-ups. Why not? I'm not really reliant on power-ups.
There are still ghosts. I can't... There are still ghosts. All right.
There isn't that much room on the map here yet, so this cannot be a huge area. Some boss fight probably, and that's it.
More intruders. My tomb has lain sacrosanct for centuries, and now mortals tread on my very ashes. Your corpse will lie here with those of my subjects, and your spirit will feed my own.
1,000 cuts. Do not resist. You cannot defeat my spirit.
What exactly is this?
You ready?
That's it. I've got it. Now let's get out of here before... What's that? Did you hear that?
Sounds like trouble.
Getting out of here is going to be harder than getting in, I think.
Wondrous Jewel. Let's see if we can steal some map and then for cheap.
1,000 cuts. Spirit.
Yeah.
Return.
Yeah, this is just so much more powerful. Okay, nice combination on the silk part too. You're so slow. Slow you are. I might as well train more.
1,000 cuts. Spirit beam.
Train more chi out of you.
This is your end. Your end is here.
I can't believe we made it out of there alive. You're an amazing fighter. why Purveyor Shuji wants this bowl so badly. It looks so ordinary, except for maybe this writing. Doesn't make any sense. Conductor, cog, and a bit of iron. Don't play with the tiger. Whatever that means.
Interesting.
I can't imagine how it could be interesting, but I'm glad you think so. Thank you again for helping me. Purveyor Shuji is waiting, so I should be going. Goodbye.
Configuration of the tiger. Horse, snake, tiger. Bar of nickeled iron. Yep. You found this obscure set of instructions and copied them down on a hunch. Iron is made stronger through the alloy, and nickel binds well to make a sharp blade. It can also be a reactive fuel, but certain configurations must be preserved. Dragon watches over the controlled lightning, while the cogs spin dutifully on their own. Quite sure what's that all about, not that it's too... might be very important or totally pointless. But no. By the way, there's not much else for us to do here. Miss Chan and Gravedigger Chen. Ah yeah, the riddle of who is Miss Chan's child. I already thought we could say. I talked to the woman again.
Have you found my baby? Have you seen him?
I know I narrowed down it to 2. I don't recall the names though anymore. Not yet. Definitely one of these. Loving mother, yeah, it's not that. A boy named the honor of glorious strategist, Chan Li. It's either Chan Li or Chan Tuo, named in the honor of his uncle, Tuo. So, I don't really recall much about what she said. So it's basically a crapshoot at this point, but it's definitely one of those two. Sure.
Have you?
Your baby's... how can I prove you that your baby's dead?
I can't believe anything you say. Words lie. People lie. I must see him with my own eyes. If he were dead, he would be here in my family plot with my other relatives. If your lies are true, then Shen, that murdering monster, would have buried him here. All my family is here. But I don't know these names. I don't know my baby's name. My family would have named him after I passed beyond. Shen must know, or there must be some way to find him. I remember so little since I passed away.
What can you tell me? Anything would help. I need something to decide between the two.
He was my darling child. My only son. I had planned to name him... I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, that's not helping.
So much of the past is unclear to me now. I remember... there was an... aunt? An uncle? Or was it his father? I don't remember it any clearer than that.
It's
Every
2-0.
time I try to grasp it, it slips away.
Yeah, I think I know which grave belongs to your baby.
Are you sure? I know I wouldn't be able to stand it if I was separated from him again. Please don't let this madness consume me. Are you sure it is the right grave?
Yes.
I cannot read. Which one is he?
It's 2-0. Lee is the great strategist. 2-0 was named after uncle, I think.
This is him! My poor darling! Shen too. He is truly dead after all. I could not bring myself to believe it. Dead before his time. He rests here near my own body. My darling, darling boy. I come to you now.
So, mission accomplished. All we need to do is report this and go down the necropolis part. Yeah, we're still not getting shit. I don't think I care about these level up gems. Spirit Harvest. Yeah. I'll talk to you about anything.
You must go to the Lotus Assassin Fortress like we agreed.
What was the task for the other recruiter first?
That is your decision. I suppose it doesn't hurt to make certain they trust you, but you should not take too long. Sagacious Zoo's actions are troubling. The Inquisitor will have some task that needs addressing, I'm sure. Scholar Dongao in the Scholar's Garden is the con... Do not hesitate for...
We need to go back to the landing pad to talk to the Inquisitor.
The grave-digging business sure is... What?
Okay.
What a...
I've dealt with Miss Chan.
Well, that's a relief. Can't have her going off and trying to rip out my eyes or something every time I go around there. I need those eyes. Here's the reward I promised you. Now, if you find any more, remember, I'll pay good money for you to put them back down again. So get out there and get some ghosts. Venerated ancestors. Anything?
Merchant to buy.
Well, that makes things easier on me for sure. Now I can start selling those old plots again. Next time I'll just throw the bones in the river and be done with it. Here's the reward I promised you. Now, if you find any...
Mr. Wren.
Good riddance. Hells, it was probably his old lady that offed him in the first place, and for good reason too, I bet. It's all just business to me, you understand. Here, you know, you've done a lot of good here in the necropolis. You've managed to clear out pretty much all of the really troublesome spirits here. One spirit didn't stay here at all, though. Took up his body and left. Moved in with his son, I heard, and the son isn't pleased. He even asked me for a refund. Now that was an expensive burial. I can't give refunds like that. It's bad for business, too, having my customers getting up and walking away. That's where you come in. I need you to go to the tanners in the city core and put his father back in his grave once and for all. It's Tanner Fong. There'll be an extra big reward for that one. Is there... Eh?
Tell me about the Lotus assassins.
Shh! Don't talk about them! They have ears everywhere, even among the dead. The Emperor's secret assassins, they call them, as silent and mysterious as death, which is exactly what's in store for us if we keep talking about them. They say no one who's crossed them has ever lived to tell of it, and I'm not going to test the truth of that rumor. Just talk about...
Decent amount of money and experience. Although, reading any kind of text at this point pretty much gives the same experience amount. Either way, back to the city core. What exactly? This is not the city core, but there's no city core in this game. Does it refer to the markets? The way I need to talk to the Inquisitor first, but without a doubt there's some kind of mission.
His own master died at his hand.
Irkana.
You have an interest in the Lotus assassins. Very few people risk our attention by seeking us out in public. I find your bold nature refreshing, but we under Death's Hand recruit only the very best. All others are cast down before us. You've already spoken with my counterpart in the arena, but his priorities are different than mine. Tell me, why have you sought us out? I want to join the Lotus Assassins. Not a club, you simply petition for admittance. In fact, I find it hard to believe anyone could be so audacious as to look me in the face and make such a brash statement. But your point is well taken. You have shown some inkling of promise merely by drawing our attention. But that alone is hardly proof of your worth. Obviously, we require some type of test. Some proof of loyalty before any can join. You must prove yourself useful to us before we even consider you. What do you want me to do? There is a small problem I intended to deal with. A minor annoyance, but one that should prove a good test of your value to our organization.
Shafatoyo, Kokonato Siri Panonelico.
Judge Fang of the Ministry of Harmony has made a habit of openly defying our order. In the past we have tolerated him, as few pay his accusations any heed.
Niato Nonapadi Irovir, Kuni Ugnawata Ir.
Judge Fang has a rather unsavory reputation. Because of his degenerate appetites, most have dismissed his warnings out of hand. Until now. What changed?
Wuno will na no ba irsu. Isanayoyo, Konir Fuk no Sankud na no wana napir.
A certain minister named Cheng is coming to make his annual report. Cheng has information about certain activities of our group we wish to keep from the public.
Sata tawe ir, Wonawa Fukuno Sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk.
If Judge Fang learns of these activities from Cheng's report, he may have enough evidence to cause real problems for us. We would have to take drastic action.
Wuno will na no ba irsu. Isanayoyo, Konir Fuk no Sankud na no wana napir.
But we prefer to deal with these things before they become problems. I was going to do this myself, but this could be a good opportunity to prove yourself. What do you want me to do?
Ipaner nuku iwa ir, nikasanarir, iruru ninua sa ir kana.
Mr. Sheng is staying in a new ministry hostel in the wealthy district of the city. Judge Fang spends most of his time at the arena watching the fights.
Wuno will na no ba irsu. Isanayoyo, konir fuk no sankud na no wana napir.
The ultimate goal is to prevent Minister Sheng from delivering his report to Judge Fang. How you accomplish that is up to you, and is the true essence of the test.
Ikirnik tinepiru, wo iferek uksun puno.
Remember, an inquisitor is not a common thug. We leave that to the executioners. We know that disgrace is a far greater punishment than death.
Usair Kokonato, Tanatnia, Katanano, Shafatoyo, Kokonato Siri Panonelico.
Not expect any help from the Lotus assassins with this task. You will have to prove you can succeed on your own before we will even consider you for our organization. Be easy.
Niato Nonapadi Irovir, Kuni Ugnawata Ir.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. In any case, I wish you luck in your endeavor.
Usair Kokonato, Tanatnia, Katanano, Shafatoyo, Kokonato Siri Panonelico.
Remember, don't let Cheng give his report to Judge Fang. We will be watching you from afar. Once you have completed your task, I will meet you back here.
You know, far be it from me to presume, but I have an idea of how we might be able to solve this problem.
What's your plan?
My glorious wife's third cousin is a minor official in the Ministry of Harmony. I know a little something of the way Judge Fang conducts his business. All of Fang's ministers bring him an honor gift when they go to see him, an offering given as a sign of respect, a bribe, some might call it. If we replace Sheng's honor gift with something insulting, rare turtle eggs, for example, Fang would be so outraged he'd refuse to even listen to Sheng's report.
Turtle eggs? Are you serious?
It's true. A gift of turtle eggs would be as insulting as a box of manure. Even more so, because they are so difficult to track down, whereas manure is somewhat common. I admit there are still some details yet to be worked out, but acquiring the eggs is easy. I have some here that you can simply have.
Why do you have
You
eggs?
have turtle eggs? Here? After just saying they are very rare?
Well, I was saving them for my coming anniversary. You buy early if you want them to be... ripe. It doesn't really matter, does it? There are more daunting problems to consider. For example, how will you sneak past Sheng's guards to make the switch?
We should just kill Sheng. Nice and simple. Kill his guards, too.
Would you want us to kill Fang and his guards too? Slaughter everyone? Not only does it seem excessive, but I don't think that's how Inquisitors operate. Maybe we should investigate Fang in the arena first. We might be able to stop him from getting that report without hurting Sheng, or anyone else. It's up to you how we handle this, but remember that the Inquisitors aren't just thugs, they're more subtle.
Subtlety is my middle name. Let's take you. You're a thief, aren't you?
My blades are yours to command.
Go, thief.
Always. You managed to satisfy the Lotus assassins, and that's a major step forward. I just worry that it's a step over the edge of a precipice. Despite my misgivings, I can't help but smile at the thought that you're the reason they're so keen to acquire new recruits. Nothing like thinning the ranks to make some room. Of course.
What's the other task we were here for? Here to meet someone. But yeah, in the city core, which it could be anything.
If you think you've seen this person...
Always.
I have a bounty I want to collect.
Yes, I heard that Fading Moon's arsons had ended. Excellent work. Burning the poor is troubling after a fashion, but the scholars and merchants... that was her mistake.
The poor deserve your protection too.
Yes, of course they do, and they shall have exactly as much protection as they can afford to contribute to the taxes. Here's the standard bounty. Accept it with the thanks of the Empire. Well, that brings an end to our pursuit of two fiends. A shame I don't have more work for someone with your skills.
Do you have any information on the criminal hunted by the assassins?
I know little more than what the Honorable Lotus Assassin presented. Some treasonous southerner has been undermining the Ministry of Harmony and causing countless deaths.
Their bounty on this scourge of the south.
Not as such. The Lotus Assassins want to deal with this traitor personally. I don't envy anyone who has attracted that kind of attention.
Sounds to me as the assassins are worried.
The Lotus Assassins are never worried. Their control, their protection, I should say, of the Empire is absolute. What could threaten them?
Sounds like you're angling for a quick promotion.
I would like to advance, but I'm not angling. I simply accept that the Lotus Assassins are the true power in the Empire, and I support them.
Yeah, it's enough. I don't want to even suggest that the criminal could be justified in their actions.
Of course.
It would just, I think, get us noticed by...
A great bounty hunter to have dealt with 2 cases in so little time. Your work is not done, though.
Oh?
There is another in this city with a price on her head. A richer price than those 2. Her name is Aishi the Mournful Blade, and you can find her at the Black Leopard School.
What is this Aishi accused of?
She is accused of most crimes, and several had to be invented to account for her actions. She is a terror upon the face of the Empire. Murder, theft, and worse, yet never a smile or a hint of revelry in what she did. That is why she is known as Aishi the Mournful Blade.
Do you know where a criminal can be found?
I watched her walk into this city, and now I tell you, there's no mystery in this.
Sounds like there's a mystery in this. Why are you telling me this?
Because I want you to know. My role in this matter is of no concern to you. I am simply an old man who sees a chance for some good to come from bad.
Thanks for the information.
I've heard of this Aishi. She's reputed to be deadly and merciless, yet cloaked with deep sadness.
When you reach her, you should ask her for her story. She has a most interesting tale to share.
Wonder if the journal recorded something else on the mission. Anner Fong. His son who inherited the home is none too pleased. He wants to recruit. But yeah, city core, return Ember to the school. No mention of what the place actually is. Configuration of the dragon. Something about this strange poem made it stick in your mind. Configuration guided by the tiger burn bright, as the cauldron bubbles in the night. Cogs whirl and their graceful dances, but they grow tired unless they drink water infused with sulfur. Yeah. Configuration 4, snake. Tiger, dragon. I have no idea what the hell that refers to. Because we've gotten those scrolls throughout the adventure, not just here. Where could the Tanner be? Yes, here. What do you want? Unless you're here to get rid of that stupid old man, I don't have time for you now. You mean the dead Tanner Fong? Yes, I'm here for him. He's inside. Just get him out of here. This is my house and he's supposed to stay dead. Doesn't look like a ghost.
Wowo sun pununok, yapapap nasia wir sayer wooth.
What do you want? Did my son hire you to kick me out of my own home? You're dead. You just don't know it.
Sayer yakowak, kokonato siri panoniniku.
Of course I'm not dead. If I were, would I be this upset about losing my house? Or breathing for that matter?
Woto wir ukawana ir usoanata hoki. Niato wononapati irovir.
No place to go, and everyone running in fear from the ghost. Where else could I go? I built this house from the ground up, and I'm not about to let him take it from me. Wait. You're saying you're not dead?
O no you will wakits will saw iroko shusi.
They sent the quick one, didn't they?
Okay, Fakarea, ni ukoristoipa.
No, I'm not dead, you idiot.
Ikirnik tine piru, wo iferek uk son puno.
My son just used that as an excuse to take everything.
Niato no napadi irovir. Koni uk nawata ir.
He thinks that with me out of the way, he has the tannery and all of my money. I'll show him yet. How? Everyone says you're dead.
Wo anania ifewir uk sonorok noka uk snapir.
Well, you see, I have friends. I can get things done.
Konir fuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Isana yoyo.
I just have to get them to listen to me.
Tasier tintu. Fonir wo siye wo tahufu.
Could you help me convince them? I could give you a good reward. But your son already took everything.
Ikirnik tine piru, wo iferek uk son puno.
Well, yeah, but once we get it back from him, I'll make sure you get a good reward. I'll talk to your son.
Wo afaweer sun urk fonir uk. Uksier sa fit kup wo sarkir.
What are you doing with him? You were supposed to get rid of him. Yeah, I think you two need to talk.
Usosier uthak tarweir, shathir owosu.
What the hell do we need to talk about? He's dead and you're supposed to get rid of him.
Niato no napadi irovir. Koni uk nawata ir.
I'm not dead. You just convinced everyone I was so you could steal the business and my money.
Ak nukwair to ak ifruir nuka pifu tatuir quair fenurt.
He was as good as dead anyway. Look at him. The old fart doesn't even have more than a year or two left anyway.
Okay, Fakarea, ni ukoristoipa.
Hey!
Koni akanatir ud quair washun.
Look, how this doesn't have to end badly. It could work out very well for you, in fact.
Okyo will rufir ni sair shenefushpa, sair renkipa, sair thinopi wuwuth, usair wansan.
Just make him disappear, and I'll reward you well. Nobody needs their diseased relatives coming back and making trouble for the living, now do they? He's not dead. You tried to kill him.
Akwiwo ofir, san kasowir wo siyutana.
So what if I did? He never cared about us anyway. All he was interested in was his business. A business I should have inherited years ago.
Ukirwir, no fantayana ukona ni pinatawa.
You ungrateful wretch. I raised you from when you were a snot-nosed child, and this is the gratitude I get.
Niato no napadi irovir. Koni uk nawata ir.
How could you do this to me? I'm your father, damn it.
Wo afaweer sun urk fonir uk. Uksier sa fit kup wo sarkir.
Because you never loved me. It was always you and your business. You're getting yours, you old bastard.
Kwa air, ki yir iyo nebu sahir brante.
I don't know what to say. How could you think that? Since your mother passed away, you were all I had. We need to take sides. Oh no, I see where this is going, and I'm going to have to kill both of you to stop it. Elder Fong, maybe you should have talked to your son more.
Sa'ir yagoak, kokonato sihir ipanoneniko.
I never thought... Oh, I've been so wrong to ignore you. How could I have neglected you like that?
Wosu warwair ni aksair tatasi.
That's a long way to say father.
Irkana, onikasurir kwana no kasair iro.
I'm sorry, my son. I should never have neglected you all these years. When your mother passed away, I just didn't know what to do.
Onuyuir napair, wo choir shapshir fan onuyusair ikupan.
I hid my own feelings away in my anger and despair. I only wish I had the eyes to see what it did to you. You two should put the past behind you.
Onuyusair, akanto kithi.
Tawi ir kawana ir su. Yukut ni kung uno sa.
Wosu.
Ir kana. Wo nigasuri ir.
Yeah, we didn't even get harmony points. Bullshit. But yeah, everything was cool suddenly for some reason. Because when you try to murder someone, it's always cool if you just say sorry later on. Of course. What exactly were we here to do? Well, we can do the Black Leopard School thing in a way. We're here to do the Inquisitor quest. Where's the woman?
My name is Aishi, the Mournful Blade. And if you are another hunter come to claim my head, I suggest you turn around and walk away. That one didn't listen to me. I hope you have more sense.
An old man told me you had a story to tell.
I have a tale to finish. I see no need to tell it to anyone but myself. Stranger, if you continue to talk to me, I will stand up and face you. If that happens, our meeting will end with one of our deaths.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
So be it.
I would play no games with this woman if I were you.
You're not what I expected. Harmony surrounds you and flows out into the world as you pass. I have a story I would share willingly with you if you would hear it.
Let's hear this tale of yours.
Do you know anything of me? Anything of the terror that is Aishi, the Mournful Blade?
Very little. It seems your fame's not so much. Yeah. Okay, not that. Why don't you tell me in your own words?
In my years in this empire, I have been a wanted criminal, a bandit, a murderer, and worse. I have burned entire towns to the ground to avenge some petty dispute between lords and led men to slaughter peasants by the score for their meager possessions. It is all too easy to lose your conscience once you have denied it. I was not always like this, but I remember all too well how my descent began.
What happened?
My father died when I was still a girl, and with him gone I felt no sense of direction. I had no other family to turn to, and so I was alone. I met a boy. He was a natural leader, He had drive and direction. I was in love. He used to enjoy tormenting the children of our village, and I thought it was all fun. Then, one day...
Go on.
He pushed a young boy into the river outside of town. It was fast-moving and would have swept the child away, but he managed to grab hold of a rock.
Why would he do such a thing?
Why, indeed. In the intervening years, I've come to believe that it was more than simple horseplay. There was a gleam in my young man's eye that I cannot forget. The child screamed for help. His cries were shrill with terror, for he could not swim. I moved to help him, but I felt a hand on my arm. The boy I loved turned to me and said, "If we help him, he'll only tell the others what we have done. We have to let him go." Something in his voice. I believed him.
What happened to the child?
That poor child was swept away in the current and was found dead downriver days later. We never told anyone what we had done, but I could never forget. If we help him, he'll only tell the others what we've done. We have to let him go. Simple words, but they still echo in my head even now. Nights are worse. I can't sleep for the screams of that boy as he washed away. I still hear them to this day.
Who was the boy that stopped you?
I have followed his life since that day, as I descended into my world and he climbed the ranks in the Imperial Army. That is why I have come here now. I am tired of my life, but at least I have lived it. He deserved to live as I did, but has never felt a moment's remorse for his part in that day. If you came here because of the rich reward on my head, you may even know him. Captain Sin of the Imperial Army is my quarry. I must make him pay for that boy's life.
He's a powerful man. How do you plan to attack him?
Until now, I wasn't sure how I would approach him, but you may have provided the answer. If you help me, I know how I can reach Sin. You need merely to escort me to his station by the gate. A subdued prisoner could get close enough to deal with Sin. Once I have dealt with him, you shall have your bounty. I couldn't let you be implicated in my final murder.
What do you care about this?
They do not call me the Mournful Blade because I enjoy what I do. Years of remembering the first time I let it go have caused me to develop a conscience. Why else ask this boon of you? One last chance to do something right before one of the hunters finally catches me.
I'll take you to Sin. We'll see how he reacts.
Let's go write an ending to my tale.
What is the meaning of this?
Hello, my love. Or should I call you by your rank now, Captain Sin? Surely it's been a very long time.
Aishi, what are you doing here? You're a wanted criminal. You can't be here.
So you do know each other.
It's time I paid for my crimes.
Well, it's good to see our new bounty hunter was able to bring you in. Frankly, Aishi, I thought you'd fight to the death. You were this weak when...
No, I was weak. Otherwise I would have ignored you by the river. I'm going to pay for my crimes, but there's one thing I have to do first. I have to kill you.
What? No! Guards!
No guards.
Your men will be dead before they can get within 3 paces of me, Captain. Don't order them to their deaths. I already owe you 1 lifetime of pain. Do not bring more than that upon yourself.
She's mad! She means to kill me! You! Protect me! I'll double the bounty!
If I help you, you'll only tell the others what I've done. I have to let you go.
Damn you both! You're both going to waste away between worlds! I'll make sure the underworld won't take your rotting corpses!
Sin is dead. Dead, like that poor boy we let wash away. I should have made him suffer more. Stranger, I cannot thank you enough. I have touched 1,000 lives with my crimes, and yet now I feel some peace. It is time my story ended. I have only one more favor to ask. Face me now, and grant me an honor... No, there is no honor left for me. Just grant me an end.
I'm ready when you are.
I've been waiting for this moment for years. Face me, and let this battle be glorious enough that the city will talk of it for generations.
1,000 cuts! Paralyzing palm! 1,000 cuts! You cannot defeat my spirit!
I don't necessarily think she deserves the death, but at the same time, she was a murderer. I consider that...
I hoped it would end this way. She may have found some peace. Here, take this. It's something Aishi would have wanted you to have, I think. I hate for a good deed to go unrewarded.
Thank you, but why?
Aishi, the Mournful Blade, was my daughter.
Why did you tell me she was in the Imperial City?
My daughter's life was nothing but pain. Her crimes were a way to forget for a while. I think she must have found some peace now, and I can finally rest. It has been too long since I turned away from the Water Dragon's embrace.
You're dead.
You couldn't tell? A spirit monk? Ah, but you are not fully trained, and I have refused to let any part of myself slip away.
If you're a ghost, why haven't you gone mad?
Some things are stronger than anger, spirit monk. Love is one of them. I died before the gates to the underworld closed, but I couldn't let go of my daughter. I worried for her, and rightly so, but I think she will find peace now. Every ghost slips into madness over time, but some of us have a reason not to. We can fight back the longing and despair for a time.
What will you do next?
I will wait. What choice do I have? I know the underworld is cut off, but I must try to fight through the despair and anger. I have some idea of what you face. Take my best wishes as you try to set things right. I have waited for more than 2 decades. I can wait a bit more, and now I have a reason to smile.
Gem of Unity. Only, okay. 3 body, 3 mind, 3 spirit. So where the hell is the hostel we were supposed to go to for the Inquisitor? It's in the arena then. I don't understand this. I mean, what's the point? Why use general descriptions that are not actually in the maps then? Where is the... I'm pretty sure Chang isn't here.
I hear you won your last match.
We're gonna try the egg approach, or see what other options we have available at that time. But where the hell is the hostel? Golden Waden? Ah. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, there was a building there that had a locked door that we couldn't enter. It has to be it. That's it.
Hello again. Purveyor Shuji was so happy to see the artifact that he released me and my mom from our debts. Thank you again for all your help.
Yeah, I don't get why there wasn't an option to take the Moron Puzzle for myself. It's clearly an incredibly important item. Maybe I missed it. Sometimes the dialogue options might be not specific to what you can actually do. Ministry Hospital. It should be the same guy we've already met.
There's nothing like being embroiled in a bit of politics to get the blood moving.
Ah, my good friend!
What a pleasant surprise to see you here, in the glory that is the Imperial City. Well, everywhere but here, it seems. Woe is to Minister Sheng that the only place available was this filthy dock house.
I thought this was supposed to be the Ministry hustle.
You were not alone in that assumption. It seems it was recently procured and has not been modified for ministry use yet. Remember that the Ministry of Harmony controls executions and taxations. I shudder to think which landed them ownership of this fine establishment. Ah, well. Minister Sheng has not forgotten how you helped him with his troubles in Tian's Landing. Without your efforts, the Great Dam might still be open. However, I'm afraid I don't have time to speak with you right now. I have to prepare my report for Judge Fang, by which I mean to watch over this honor gift.
Honor gift?
Yes, a valuable offering for the mighty Judge Fang. Without it, he might turn me away before I can even make my report, condemning me to the horrors of Tian's Landing forever. But with this gift, he is certain to appreciate the depth of my admiration and respect. So much so that he might give me a new posting right here in the Imperial City. Understandably, with so much riding on this gift, I am loath to leave it in the care of these Imperial soldiers appointed to watch over me during my visit. The Ministry of Harmony offers pitiful wages, and I do not put much stock in the purchased loyalty of these guards, particularly toward Minister Sheng.
Who knows, Judge Fang?
I've heard rumors of distasteful behavior. Things to make the skin go pale and the stomach churn. After all, Minister Sheng is a cultured man of delicate constitution. But more importantly, I know Judge Fang is a man who appreciates the value of a worthy offering. Hence the honor gift I will present him. Minister Sheng wishes you a fond farewell.
Let's look at our options. We have any? I guess that's the honor gift then. Is this configuration of the horse? What are these? No, that's we had it already. My husband talked of a madman with eyes of metal of a strange island in the sky, so this probably means the Imperial Palace, that somehow they're connected to that. I'm not sure if I want to screw over Minister Cheng though. Also, if I lead the guard into myself, it's pretty easy to see afterwards who screwed him over. I'd like to at least visit Minister Fang and see if we have other options. Also, I don't understand the switch. I just don't get what type of a gift it should be. I don't understand the gift system in general. There's no explanation. I'm guessing it's some kind of Chinese custom. Everyone bribes everyone, although it's probably not understood as a bribe. Sort of a what type of a gift you're gonna give usually tells a lot about the people, something like that. And the relationship, and your station and whatever. But it is But as such a custom doesn't exist where I live. It's basically a bribe and cannot be nothing but a bribe. It undermines every kind of objective relationship because it can do nothing but strengthen subjective connections between people because you get more valuable gifts from some than others. It cannot not influence things. Meaning can probably be something else in addition to that in Chinese culture. I'm sure it has, but I don't think the bribery effect can be dismissed, and it probably has a society where bribery is seen very common and not really morally in any way objectionable, because there's a fine line between a gift and bribe.
Look, we already told you, Fang does... Yeah, if he doesn't get his day...
Let me speak to him.
Forget it! Fang what?
Maybe I should talk to Breezes again, see if she can be able to do something.
I'm not really in the mood for company. Judge Fang wanted me to try something special last night, and I still haven't quite recovered yet.
I want you to help me get rid of Fang.
Get rid of him? What do you mean? Remove him from office, or something else?
I want to ruin his career.
Really? I was hoping you wanted to kill him. The world would be a better place with that disgusting pig dead and buried. But as much as I want to see his bloated corpse floating in the gutter, Fang is a dangerous man, and he keeps my pockets lined with silver. I hope Fang gets what he deserves, but you'll have to do it without my help.
With Fang gone, you can finally be free.
No. Even if I was willing to give up all that silver, if Fang finds out, he'll make sure I spend the rest of my days begging for death.
Intimidation might work, but it's against who we are. How about 900 silver?
Wow. That is a lot of silver. And I'd love to get out from under Fang's boot heel. I'll help you. You wanted Fang dead, right?
I'll admit that it's a tough call, but I don't know if the Inquisitors are looking to have Fang murdered.
I don't want him murdered. No, I just want to ruin him.
It'd be easier to kill him. Fang's reputation is already as dirty as it can get. As long as it doesn't get in the way of his job, everybody just turns a blind eye.
There's got to be some way to bring him down.
Well, every document Judge Fang approves has to be stamped with his imperial ring. Losing the ring is a major offense. And if it was revealed he lost the ring during one of his sexual escapades, even Fang wouldn't want that to come out.
Give me the ring and I'll blackmail him into resigning.
What are you doing here, Breezes? You know I don't like it when people see us together in public.
Don't be mad, my mighty and manly Fang. I was just hoping we could go upstairs for a bit. I've got a treat for you. Here's a hint. They're silk.
I'm surprised you're so eager after last night. I'm glad to see you're finally becoming more receptive to my special needs. Well done, Breezes. If a little tame for my tastes. I think tonight you should wear the blindfold. I have some interesting surprises in store for you.
I can hardly wait, oh great and virile Fang. Here's the ring. Fang will do anything to keep people from finding out he lost it to a whore, even if it means resigning his post. Show the ring to his guards and they'll let you through. I better disappear for a while, but make sure you tell him where you got it. He'll be sorry he ever touched me.
Okay, this seems like an acceptable solution to me. We don't screw over the minister. Might be a little bit pathetic, but in a city like this, with basically bribery and corruption all over the place, he's probably one of the better ones.
Look, we are... Yeah.
I've got Fang's Imperial Ring.
How did you get... No, forget it. I don't want to know. You better go talk to Fang about that ring. Yeah, we don't want any part of this.
But you don't.
Some of these new fights can be delightfully savage.
I do want to check one thing. What are our... No. Intimidation, intuition... whatever.
Do you mind? How can I enjoy the crack of bone, the screams of pain, and the glorious geysers of crimson blood down in the arena with you bothering me? Or are you here to offer me your services for later? I generally prefer women, but I might branch out if a handsome man like you is willing to beg.
Yeah. Want you to resign your post, Fang.
Is that so? Let me guess. Some sense of moral outrage at my perversions, no doubt. Well, my tastes are already well known at the Imperial Court. Nobody cares about my predilections, as long as I don't let my activities interfere with my duties as a judge.
I don't see anything wrong with that. The main problem would be, I guess, in some situations and some officials, the appearance of how the public sees you is actually also valuable. In a system like this, I'm not sure it would matter all that much. Certain positions, sure, a bit more where it relies more on public trust, or like the position of an emperor, certain information on image of it has to be controlled. Certain things, if it becomes known, would probably shaken the stability of the entire empire. It is, after all, I mean, in a time like this, it's not like you can take a few hours walk and you're at the other end of the empire. They're probably fairly independent areas. So if they don't want to stick together, there's no way to really force them to stick together. I want to mend Breezes. I don't think that's a sensible choice, even though Breezes wanted it, because of how he is. He might be able to easily deduce how he lost it, but at the same time, she wanted me to say it. No. Your activities cost you your Imperial Ring.
My ring? But how... That harlot. I should have suspected something when she came to me willingly. Usually I have to command her presence. Well, it seems you have me in an awkward position. I can't let it be known that I was foolish enough to let a whore steal my ring. I would lose my position. So, What is it you want from me? Silver? An Imperial posting? What?
Going to step down, Fang?
Of course. Now I understand. The Lotus assassins are behind this, aren't they? I should have known something like this would happen. They tried to bend me to their will, but I'm not easily broken. Or so I thought. Are you proud of yourself? Bowing and scraping at the feet of your Lotus assassin masters, helping them to bring me down?
Your own perversions brought this on you.
You think I'm an evil man, don't you? You think my soul is rotten and corrupt. But at least I have a soul. The same cannot be said for those you now serve. The Lotus assassins destroyed me. But now that I am gone, I wonder where their attention will turn next. Keep a close watch over your shoulder, friend. My resignation is on the table. Take it and stamp it with my Imperial ring yourself.
Good enough. Good enough. I've been waiting for you to return. My sources tell me the problem of Minister Sheng and his report to Judge Fang is no longer a problem. My spies tell me that Judge Fang has resigned. Is this true? I have his resignation right here. You've done well. With Fang out of the picture, we can assign his post to somebody less difficult. Somebody pliable and easy to control. Somebody like Sheng. Sheng has no backbone, no will of his own. Things will go much more smoothly for the Lotus assassins with a puppet like him running the Ministry of Harmony. I'm not sure that's quite true. He's a sniveling little worm, but at the same time, he has self-preservation and ambition of his own. In a situation where the assassins took control of his area and started to damage things, he officially didn't object in any way, but at the same time he hired people behind their back to basically get rid of them and fix the problems. So he is a puppet to a certain extent, but at the same time he tried to find solutions and fix things, even if for the only reason of promoting himself or self-preservation. So he's not willing to sacrifice himself for these guys either.
Usair Kokonato, Tanatnia, Katanano, Shafatoyo, Kokonato Siri Panonenico.
You have successfully completed the mission I gave you. As your reward, we will allow you to begin your training as an Inquisitor of the Lotus Assassins. Good. You honor me with this opportunity.
Ipaner nuko iwair nikasanarir iruru ninua sair kana.
There's much that still lies ahead, but I think you will do well. Our trading regime is difficult. For some, it is even lethal. But you should have the skills to survive.
Sata tawi ir wanawa fu kuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk.
Report to the fortress at the far end of Necropolis. The entrance is there, now that you are worthy of finding it. Make certain your affairs are in order before you go.
Usair kokonato, tanatnia, katanano, shafatoyo, kokonato sir ipanoneniko.
I will tell them you are coming. Show them the seal when you arrive. Be mindful of your manners. Our trainers are not gentle, and they demand respect.
Irkana.
So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Nothing really left at this moment.
So, things are looking up. You've gained the favor of the Lotus assassins. And you've made doubly certain of it by aiding both the Executioner and Inquisitor. Very impressive. The way to the Lotus Assassin Fortress is open. Everything is in place. I'll have my evidence against Death's Hand soon enough. Oh, and you'll have access to your Master Li as well. I don't want you to think I have forgotten your needs.
I'm not sure if I want more focus. Consume more chi, do more damage. Necessary if we want to burst out damage. Yeah. Paralyzing palm. Duration increases might not be a bad thing, even if just minor ones. Speed is not an issue or the damage. Just want paralyzation to last a little bit longer. I'll save a few points since you never know what comes your way. So a little bit of flexibility would not hurt. By the way, Necropolis. I don't think we have anything left here anymore. At least I can't think of anything immediately. So we might as well go on. There's one thing. We bought a Storm Dragon. You get to be number 9. This is some kind of a lightning thing. Hard light. Don't cause any direct damage. Its motion summons forth electricity to cause through its victim, doing small but constant damage over time. I'm more interested in what the special ability is. There's strong attack and the area effect attack too. I don't plan on going to hit the targets with that. The thing is, it might be able to... I'm mostly worried about demon type opponents that are almost immune to everything. I wonder, could you play this game in a way that you sort of put all your points into just one ability? I have to say I've grown to like this game more now that I've played it. I still hate the invisible wall thing. I think that's the stupidest shit I've recall experiencing in a game. At the same time, it's in a very few fights, to be honest, or rather fair. But where it is, it makes no sense. That's why it's annoying in the first place.
Storm Dragon.
It is a melee ability very much. I don't see how could it possibly be better than the paralyzation? Not a big deal, but well, it was available long before the paralyzing palm, and paralyzing palm was
You cannot defeat Your end is
there should be a shrine here. I don't want to go in there with the so little cheap. This was unfinished dune of some sort, yep. It so looks like there's a secret door there. And I'm willing to bet that exactly, well, maybe not. But it certainly looks like it. Okay, either way. Lotus assassins. Doesn't look like there's anything here. So yeah.
Well, this is certainly foreboding. You really have to work to get this level of menace into a building.